Before Jason got his mask and the sequel started to get a little bit ridiculous, there was Friday the 13th, and honestly, it's not the movie people think it is. Now, as Halloween approaches, I think this is one of the perfect movies to throw on. It's truly a nostalgic, classic slasher that just doesn't take itself too seriously and is a really fun watch. Now, this movie follows a group of teenagers who go to Camp Crystal Lake for the summer, and as the movie progresses, they slowly get killed off one by one by this mysterious killer. Now, towards the end of the movie, it is revealed that the killer was Jason's mum, a boy who drowned at the lake a year prior due to the supervisors getting freaky rather than taking care of the kids. Now, this leads to like a franchise-long hate from Jason towards couples who get it on in his movies. He seems to always just target those couples and just end up killing them straight away. Now, I know a lot of people say this movie directly rips off John Carpenter's Halloween, and sure, maybe, but I don't think that takes away from how fun and easy this movie is to watch. This movie really doesn't take itself too seriously, and it truly delivers on original horror slasher conventions. Now, watching this movie, you're obviously going to get hints of Hitchcock's Psycho, as it most likely took inspiration from that film, but so did a lot of slasher horror films back then. Now, in this case, I don't think it takes away from the film at all. I think it, if anything, it enhances the experience and makes it more fun. Now, I think one thing that stands out in this movie are the tension scenes. I think they are truly fantastic and very hard to predict. Now, a lot of modern movies have this issue of being too predictable or the tension scenes being too overused and just too overdone, so you can kind of predict everything that's going to happen. You know, as soon as the music stops or something happens, you're like, oh yeah, here comes a jump scare. Whereas in this movie, you kind of can't tell because it's like an old classic, long drawn out scene that just keeps you engaged throughout the whole time, and you truly don't know when something's going to happen. This movie obviously does have some flaws, like the characters sometimes just being too forgettable or performances being too inconsistent. However, for me, when I was watching this movie, I truly didn't care. I was just at the cinema having a fun time to watching this movie. It's a classic that just honestly keeps you engaged the whole time and it doesn't take itself too seriously. I don't think you have to watch it like an Oscar nominated film. I think you're just going to watch it, especially in the Halloween time, to just have fun and enjoy the atmosphere, which I think this film also does really well, is set the atmosphere. Camp Crystal Lake honestly feels eerie, and that sometimes you get that feeling of something isn't right, even at the start of the movie, which helps the overall atmosphere of Halloween. Now, I loved how Pamela was an absolute tank in this movie. She went down for the count like 8 times and still got back up basically unscathed. I also have no idea how she threw an entire body through a window, being like a 50 or 60-year-old woman. Now Pamela's death scene at the end also made me laugh, as Alice basically chopped off her head with a really dull machete in one clean sweep. Even though she's been chased for like the past hour of the movie, completely drawn, has no energy, has been fighting for the last 10 minutes. She just one hand swings the machete and just kills her instantly. Now, I think that's the only death scene where it would looked a bit funny rather than good, but it didn't really bother me too much. However, the rest of the practical effects of this movie were truly fantastic for its times. For example, Kevin Bacon's scene where he gets impaled through the bed, it looked really good and honestly didn't look bad at all. I think the executions of all the kills were done really well, especially for its low budget. Now, let me know if you guys enjoyed this movie as much as I did, and which of the Friday films is your favorite from the entire franchise. So, yeah, thank you for watching.